Hey everybody. Today I'd like to ask you the following questions. What does it mean to be loyal? And are you truly being loyal with your current behavior and actions? Let's dig in and find out. Hey everybody. My name is Jesse, and I'd like to welcome you to my Step Out of Time series. I am a neuro-auto-assistive programming facilitator and life coach. And today, digging into loyalty, I really do wonder how many people actually understand what loyalty is. The definition, according to the dictionary, is an unyielding allegiance to someone or something, whether that's a religion, a family member, a government. Loyalty comes in many forms. However, as I've grown up, I've noticed that loyalty can be abused and misused. And that if we're not careful, we end up transitioning from loyalty to a toxic obedience and even tyranny. So the question is, where is the line? When does it transition? When does a loving spouse who is simply wanting to protect their partner transition to gaslighting, where they're manipulating their spouse in order to keep them from doing something scary or dangerous, and ultimately end up stopping them from living their lives? At the same time, there's also the point of a family member that is so loyal to, say, a sports team that they fall away from their faith. They pull themselves away from their family because they're so focused on a singular goal. Or, I think more common, is the father who is so desperate to provide for his family that he gives full loyalty to his work, and his children never see him because he's so desperate to bring home that next paycheck. Misses all of the sports team games, all of the choir performances, because he's determined that the best way to provide for his family is to show unyielding loyalty to his work, and works every ounce of overtime he can get his hands on. Is this truly healthy? Is that true loyalty? I ultimately have to leave that to you to decide. However, what I can share is my experience. I grew up in a family that we desperately and vigorously taught loyalty, to the point where we would bring people home, strangers, and not only would they leave as friends, but for all intents and purposes, they became an unofficially adopted member of our family. And these relationships are amazing. But my family had to learn to temper this. Because if we go back a generation, some of my family members were what they believed loyal to their family, but because of the vice grip that they held on on the fellow family members, it created a very toxic relationship where the aunts and uncles of mine were never really allowed to grow. They were never allowed to spread their wings and go beyond the walls of the home, the walls of the family, without feeling that loss of stability that had been given due to that vice grip of loyalty. And I'm not saying that I blame anybody for it, but I think that as a individual, as a society, we can do better. We can learn to draw safe boundaries that allow us to differentiate where one loyalty begins and another ends. Are we being doggedly loyal to our faith, or are we being zealous to the point of detriment of relationships? Are we being loyal to a belief, or are we alienating those that could be friends simply because we don't want to hear an alternate viewpoint? These are the things that I think we need to learn how to evaluate and control, to where we are showing dogged loyalty to things that really matter. When someone threatens our family, Don't you dare try and get past me. But at the same time, having that softening to welcome people in and envelop them in love when they need it. If you think I've gone too far, call me out. Let's discuss. If you need help implementing or understanding any of this, please reach out to me. I would love to help. In the meantime, if you know somebody who desperately needs to hear this, please share this message, share this video. Otherwise, if you've just enjoyed being here, like and subscribe so you don't miss another video. I thank you for joining me today. I'll drop my contacts in the description. So I look forward to seeing you next time.